This is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego. Only on WTOP.
And welcome back into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena, where game number 2 of the Oswego State Winter Classic is underway as the Oswego State Lakers take on the Concordia University of Wisconsin Falcons. And we have a bit of an odd first drop here today, Brooks. I'm Kyle Spiezak alongside Alex Brooks. And there's a duck dropping the puck.
Yeah, that is very interesting, Kyle. A duck is on the ice doing the ceremonial puck drop there. Very interesting. You know, they always have different ideas with ceremonial puck drop, but, you know, it's New Year's Eve. You got to go big.
I mean, they do say there's a first time for everything, don't they, Brooks?
There is.
Because that is something I can't say I've ever seen in my 16, 17 years around the game of hockey. Never seen that one before.
Well, we saw in the bowl games, we saw a Pop-Tart come up and be a mascot, so now Oswego's trying it on for size with a dunk.
Yeah, got to keep in the tradition of bowl season, don't you? Got to have the fun mascot appearances and make it as nonsensical as possible.
Yeah, of course. But looking at this crowd right now, Kyle, I mean, it's a really good turnout for a New Year's Eve game. I mean, you know that the city of Oswego is really going to show out tonight and cheer on their Lakers. It is a tournament game. It counts for the overall record here for the Lakers.
That it does, as the Lakers 8-5 to start the season. Not the start they were hoping, a little slower of a start than last year, and they did just miss out on making the national tournament last year. But on the other side of the ice, some real struggles for Concordia, Wisconsin. 3-8 to start the year as we get ready for puck drop, and that one is won right away by the Lakers. Flack with it down in the corner now, and it goes back to Baker. And a miscue already off the bat. A shot comes off of Sardelli's stick, but Milberg punches that one to the corner. Baker now trying to move the puck up, and that one will go for an icing. 19:40 to go.
Yeah, the Lakers right now, as you mentioned, Kyle, they're 8-5 on the season, 6-2 in the SUNY. They were coming off a pretty big win against Utica their last time out. That was 3 weeks ago. So both of these teams have played 3 weeks ago, so they're a little rusty coming out here. We'll see if that plays out tonight. Yeah,
a bit of a break for both teams, trying to make their return out to the ice now and break the rust off right out of the gates. That's behind the net. Bull's going to throw a hit. Puck goes down into the corner. Some battling ensues, and Semrad's able to poke that one up the boards to Baker. Baker trying to reach Flack, but it's picked up by Bull. Bull's trying to bring it inside, and there's going to be a delayed penalty on UW Concordia. And the whistle's going to blow there, and a hooking call is placed right off the bat. And the Lakers, just not even a minute into the game, about 45 seconds into the game, they find themselves a man up already.
Yeah, as we see on that replay, Noah Reutman from Inver Groves Heights, Minnesota, got that hooking call in Shane Bull. And, you know, a pretty good start for this Lakers already in the power play. You know, they could take it here and pretty much put the momentum in their hands.
And the Lakers so far this year on the power play, a 20.7% conversion rate, 12 for 58 on their power plays this year, as McQuaid with a shot goes straight into the crest of Concordia's goalie. As Milberg's going to play that one back behind the net, picked up by Baker. Baker skates it out a little bit, tries to hit McQuaid a bit too far, couldn't connect. Baker gets it again. He's facing some heavy pressure from a forechecker. And dumped back down into their own zone. The Lakers now have to go back and recover again, and the forecheck is on them, even though Concordia is a man down. Klugerman on the forecheck. Warmouth's going to bring that one in. They're just going to dump it down into the corner and battle this one out. McQuaid's going to kick that one, tries getting it up the boards, but it gets stopped, and that one's going to rim up and out of play. Off a deflection, so the faceoff will stay in Concordia's zone. But 1 minute left to go on this faceoff, and the Lakers don't have a shot yet.
Yeah, they don't, Kyle. And if you're Coach Ed Gosick and these Lakers team, I mean, you want to get up early, obviously, but you also want to get more comfortable with being in these power play situations. You've mentioned before they haven't been able to do well with this power play so far this season, and against a Concordia team which isn't really good on paper, you want to make sure that you can get out there and get some momentum early.
Yeah, and Concordia with some struggling goaltending so far this year. Rosick, the starter here tonight, in 10 appearances, a .425 goals against and an .888 save percentage. As the puck goes into his crease right there, and he's able to stop it and blow it dead with ease. Face-off will now come to the near side face-off circle.
Yeah, and a nice save by Rosick. And, the Concordia, as we look at the replay right now, just not really a nice shot selection by Calabufo there for the Lakers. It feels like they got to get better with the shot selection and pretty much put it in the back of the net.
And Bull takes a big hit along the boards, but the puck's going to go back to Flack as they track back into their own zone. Baker looking cross-ice to Gatto. Gatto's going to get it. He's coming in with some speed. Gatto with a shot, but his stick gets on that one, blocked by Dittmer. Up to the point now, Baker. Going to go to McQuaid at the circle. Back to Baker, but that one gets tipped and will escape the zone. Back to Flack. McQuaid's able to stay on sides on that one. Bull gets a shot off, and then he gets lasered after, and the Lakers score! Jordan Bala comes down and able to net that one in off of the rebound opportunity. Shane Bull is down, so not much celebration for the Lakers. But they do find themselves up a goal now.
Yeah, and we're hoping that the senior captain is okay in Shane Bull, but we look at the replay. Bala, just a last second on that power play, able to get it from a nice pass, get it in the back of the net. We look at another side of this replay. Just a great shot selection. As I was mentioning before, poor shot selection from the Lakers. They were able to get that in with just 1 second left on that power play. They needed every single second, Kyle.
And they did find themselves a goal, so that power play percentage will start going back up and north of that 20% mark on this season. And right off the bat, the Lakers able to get a goal. 17-11 left to go in period number 1. But their captain does go down in the corner, so there's always a bit of a concern on that. As we said, not much celebrating going on after. The team was more concerned about their captain on the ice.
Right. You're definitely concerned about Shane Bull. I mean, he's your top goal scorer on this team. You want to make sure that he's okay, but as we see, the game plays on, and as we mentioned there, Oswego's up 1-0.
And on that hit that did put Bull down, it was ruled a major penalty by the refs. So the Lakers now have a 5-minute power play, and they can score as many goals as they want in this power play as well. As Concordia has a chance now. They're coming down. They go backdoor, and they score right back. Riley Cougarman. No time wasted right off the faceoff. Concordia gets their own rush and their own backdoor goal.
Yeah, and that's something that's really unheard of. I mean, able to get a 5-minute major for Concordia, and then they're like, we're not going to let that affect them. Go down and score right back and make this an even game. They're taking the home field advantage away right now. Now tied up 1-1.
Ochitwa right off the drop there creates that opportunity by creating some space and opening that backdoor pass open. The Lakers, though, 4 minutes and 30 seconds on a penalty that does not expire no matter what. Bull now back on the ice, down in the corner. He's going to bring that one down. Flack throws a hit. Back to the point now. McQuaid at the point. McQuaid's going to rip one, and that goes off the crossbar and all the way up into the rafters.
Kyle, that was a close one for McQuaid. I mean, if that didn't sail in, that was going to be at the back of the net. But as we look at the replay here, McQuaid just slips out off of Rowick, and it plays on, and they still have 4 minutes and 9 seconds left, and they're going to look for another goal here.
And Bull takes it down in the corner. Now working it up to McQuaid. Back to Bull. He's going to circle into the corner a little bit and then chip it up the boards. McQuaid throws it back down to Bull. Bull looking for a backdoor pass. Goes off the skate out to Gatto. Baker at the point. Back to McQuaid. McQuaid with a shot. He hits the post again. That is unlucky for Matt McQuaid. That is 2 shots now where he has drilled iron back to back.
Yeah, really unlucky for McQuaid because on that last one, he should have got that one in, just going off of the end of the goal. And, you know, Concordia's having some lucky breaks here. It's lucky that it's not a 2-1 game here in Oswego.
As puck drop, Grimshaw loses that one. Concordia is able to sail that one down the length of the ice. And Francis chokes up on that one, but he's able to regroup and grab his play back. A.J. Ryan now. Ryan coming down the wing, dumps it down in. That's going to be wrapped up the boards by Grimshaw to Francis at the point. Back to Ryan. Addison looking for Grimshaw. Ryan in the center, and he'll take a shot, but that one goes into the pads of Noah Reutman. So this goes back down behind the cage. It's played by Milberg. And they make it up to Grimshaw across the neutral zone. Grimshaw now coming down in. Looking for Simons, couldn't connect. Humphreys with a chance now, coming down with a little bit of speed. He shoots one, and that goes straight off the head of Milberg, and a hand pass will be called. And then some extra pushing going on after the play. Number 5 for Concordia, Matt Kepke, throwing a hit at Cam Simons.
Yeah, even though these guys aren't rivals, Concordia's coming in here, and they're a little bit of underdogs here, Kyle. They're coming into hostile territory as we look at that last play there. You know, a little bit of physicality so far for both of these teams. I mean, you have to if you're coming into hostile territory against a really good Oswego team.
As Ryan picks up this one at the blue line, he's coming in with some speed. He's going to go to the near side wing. He stops, tries to turn things around, but Grimshaw grabs it under the goal line, looking for Ryan in front. Ryan takes a beating from 2 players as they'll work it back out to Barrett. Working it up to Rocco and now down into the zone. Calabufo's chasing this one. To Connor Sleeth down in the corner. Sleeth is tied up by a few players, and Concordia is able to sail this one down the length of the ice. Concordia, a very tall and physical team. Despite their record being 3-8, this team is very physical, and they will get in your heads with that kind of play, Brooks.
Yeah, they definitely will, Kyle. I mean, you can see it right over here. They're really pushing them into the end boards. They're really making Oswego fight for as much space as they can get.
And Kirchhoff stops at the top of the circle, and he'll just dump it down in, picked up by Newcomer. Rocco for the Lakers gets it up to Sleeth. Sleeth now gets the red line. He tries to dangle his way in, runs into a couple people, but Rocco picks it up, dumps it back to Warmouth. Looking backdoor for the pass, couldn't connect on it. Rocco has it on the half board. Starting stop, looking for something. He gets it to Calabufo down low, who just tries to pound it home. Back to Warmouth. Barrett at the point. Barrett's going to walk it. He's going to shoot it, and that's going to be a glove save for Gabe Rosick.
Yeah, now with 1 minute and 16 seconds left on this 5-minute major, it just seems like the Lakers are not really taking advantage of this. I mean, they've had 2 opportunities. Last one, they got this one in, and now this is the time is ticking right now in this 5-minute major, and Lakers have to do something if they want to really pull away here.
They've been continuing to pepper on shots, but haven't found the back of the net on this 5-minute yet, as Gatto takes that shot over the net. Passing it down to Bull in the corner. That one's going to fly out to the center ice. Flack trying to grab it, but it goes a little bit too far past his stick. Tallman now pushing it down into the corner as he's going to throw a hit on Baker. McQuaid's able to get that one and push it up the ice a little bit. McQuaid now, he has another chance. And that one's going to be stopped barely in the 5-hole. Gabe Rosick barely gets down in time to stop that one. McQuaid almost had his second of the night.
A great shot by McQuaid, but an even better play by Gabe Rosick. I mean, just able to get his knees right in there to save it, and this keeps it at a 1-1 game. McQuaid, 3 shots now that he should have gotten a goal.
Gatto has it now. He's going to throw it up to Baker at the point. Baker to Flack. Back to Baker. Flack again. Coming in. He's going to try to pass that off to Bull. Gatto with it. Looking for McQuaid at the top. Couldn't connect. Flack again. Over to Baker. Baker's got a lane. Baker shoots. That one goes deflected and goes wide. 25 seconds left on the power play as the Lakers have to track back to their own zone. Shane Bull picks it up in center ice. Bull's going to dump that one down in. Tries to dive and one-hand pass it like it's Patrick Kane's Superman celly. But it's picked up back behind the net by Concordia. Back to Baker at center ice. Simons with it now. Simons is just going to dump this one and wrap it around the boards. Simons goes back down to get in. Rocco on the back check now. They throw it to Bridges. Rocco hopping on his wheels, goes down in the corner to pick it up, drops it off for Semrad. Looking for Arkan, gets deflected in the corner. Bridges is going to go in battle for that. Bridges trying to move it up the boards. But Rocco will pick it up once again in the neutral zone. Cross ice to Rocco, drops it off for Semrad. Middle just to Arkan, shot opportunity blocked. Bala with it back down in Oswego's zone, trying to air it down the ice. Hits off the boards and bounces out of reach. Kepke's going to pick this one up in the far side corner. Bounces it off to Gill. Back to Kepke. Moving it up the ice now to Bridges. Sleeth's going to be able to dump that one down in the zone, and the Lakers start the forecheck again. Gill moving it up the boards to MacArthur. Battling in the corner. The Lakers able to get the breakout going. Andriaki takes a hit and falls down to the ice as Francis drops back on D now. Newcomer takes a hit from Andriaki, but he keeps on going. That one's going to be out of the reach of Dittmer, and he's going to have to go back and regroup. Dittmer now enters Oswego's zone, and he's going to take a shove into the boards by Tristan Francis. And 3 players from each team all battling in the corner for this puck right now. It is loose, and Concordia will get it. They get the puck out, and coming down to crash on that is Kroyman. Semrad battling for it, trying to find Sleeth. It goes back to Kroyman. Kroyman with a shot. That one's stopped by Milberg.
And a great save by Milberg. But Kyle, I want to take it back to that 5-minute major. And for Concordia, their in-goal defense was spectacular on that. They were able to really fend off a really strong Oswego team, and Rowick able to get a couple saves, and also they were able to get a goal score off of that. So a pretty good advantage for Concordia, and really impressive by them so far.
As a face-off's one back to Reutman. Reutman shoots that, and that goes into the dangler of Brandon Milberg.
And a nice athletic save by Milberg. He right in your chest. I mean, you know, you can use your hands in hockey sometimes.
As Grimshaw is going to take the draw on this one, Grimshaw wins it back. Barrett's going to trip it back up to Grimshaw. Picked up center ice by Addison, who pushes it over to Simons. That one bounces off of Simons' skate as Addison's going to drop back to play the puck. He's got some heavy pressure coming on him from Tallman. And that's going to be offsides as the puck goes off of Tallman's stick while he was offsides. Face-off returns back to the neutral zone. Or it'll be at center ice.
And now with 9 minutes and 32 seconds, the shots have been a little low for both of these teams, Kyle. But the Lakers, right now, it's just kind of got to own your home ice. You got to make sure that you can really put out a team that's really not really doing well. This Concordia Falcons team has lost 5 straight, and they're really desperate for a win right now.
As Milberg waffle boards that one up into the netting. Face-off will start back down in Oswego zone. But like you said, Brooks, I mean, The Lakers, on paper, are the better team out of this matchup, but Concordia's giving them a run for their money right now and matching them up pretty evenly and using physical play to slow down the speed of the Lakers.
Yeah, and we've seen in the past with the Utica tournament, they lost 7-1 to Elmira and then lost to St. John's 4-2, so they weren't able to get much in that tournament.
And Gato looking back door, and he gets it to Bull, who's almost able to tuck that one in. Same thing just minutes later. Rozik's able to get down and get his knee on top of the puck before allowing it to slide past the goal line.
Yeah, and looking at this replay, Rowick just being very athletic today. I mean, using his whole body to save that from going in the back of the net. I mean, Rowick, have yourself a first period.
As the face-off will be canceled on the first one. So they'll line up again. McQuaid lining up against Worsing. One by Worsing. Concordia's going to chip that one up off the glass. McQuaid's going to grab it and turn it around. But a penalty is going to be called. The linesman has his arm up. And that will be going to Arcan for roughing. So Lakers will find themselves down for the first time for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, and it seemed right there that Arcan got a little stick in there and got caught there, and now the Lakers are on a 2-minute penalty.
And the Lakers kill so far this season an 83.3% kill rate as Concordia is going to work it up the top to Reutman. Reutman drops it down to the corner to Sardelli. Back to Reutman, the one-timer, and that's going to be gloved down by Milberg with ease.
Yeah, both of these goalies, Milberg and Rowick, really stepping up today, as we see on that one-timer. Pretty good shot, but, I mean, it was a little high, but Milberg just able to put his hand up and get that right there, and the Lakers keeping this at a 1-1 game with 1:45 on the power play.
And face-off blown dead once again due to the music still being played during the time of the face-off.
Yeah, great song playing right now, Kyle.
One could say that. As Bull drops it back to Francis, and Francis is going to immediately ice it all the way down. Concordia returns back to their own zone. Reutman is going to pick it up and skate it himself, getting up to Sardelli. Reutman's going to drop it in. He takes a big body from Francis. Oswego immediately clearing their own zone. Bull coming down with some speed now, trying to cut it back to the center of the ice, but he gets pickpocketed by Klugerman. Klugerman with it now. He's skating it up himself through center ice, going into the high slot. He gets a shot off, deflected, goes over the top of the net. Back down into the corner now, Ochitwa facing some bodies from the Lakers, getting pushed into the boards. Puck pinned up against the boards once again as 3 bodies on each team is fighting to get it out, but the Lakers come away with that one and send it all the way back down the length of the ice.
Yeah, Lakers really doing well here on this power play. Able to get a power play goal in the first one. Now they can have a chance to get this penalty kill and keep it at a 1-1 game.
Newcomer's going to chip that one down in. Looking for Bridges. Bridges wasn't able to get a shot off there, and the Lakers clear it again. On the rush, Rocco putting some pressure on him. As Rocco's going to come out with the puck on this one. He gets it to Sleet. Sleet shoots it on the one-timer into the pads. Concordia coming out with it now. Kroyman. Kroyman's looking cross-ice to Newcomer. And that one's going to be offsides. 9 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Lakers.
Yeah, and going back to that save by Rowick, I mean, Rozik, he just made it look like ease. As we look at right here, Lakers have an opportunity to do their own, and then just Rozik able to just get that save like it's nothing.
As faceoffs one back to Gill. Gill's going to just ring that one along the glass and try to find a crashing body, but the Lakers are able to ice the puck before the penalty expires. Sleeth and Andriaki on the forecheck now. Sitting behind the net with the puck is Gill. Gill waiting to see if anything can develop. And he's going to throw it up the boards. before another delayed penalty and a trip is called. And Connor Sleeth is going to find himself in the sin bin for the 2 minutes. They just killed off one, and then they gain another, Brooks.
Yeah. I guess you can't win if you're the Lakers right now. Able to not really being able to get all your guys on the ice. Killed one, you're right back in the penalty box. Another punishment for the Lakers.
Score still 1-1 with 6:30 left to go here in the game. Shots 10-6, Oswego leads. But they do not lead in the penalty department, as both teams have taken 2 penalties so far in the game, so pretty even on that slope. But Concordia did get a 5-minute major earlier in the game. This puck battle's won by Concordia. Reutman at the point with it. He's going to pass it over. A shot from Sardelli, blocked away by Milberg. Back up to the point now, working along the top of the point. Klugerman now. Klugerman facing some pressure from Flack. Up to Reutman. Reutman over to Sardelli. Back to Reutman. Over to Klugerman. Klugerman takes a shot. That goes straight off the shin pad of Bull. And another penalty is going to be called. They're taking Nolan Barrett, and they are also taking Seth Bergeron.
Wow.
So they will have matching penalties here. We'll see whether they offset or if they do put time up on the clock. But you can see on the replay here, Brooks, right in front of the net, they were going at one another. You can see right at the bottom of the screen there. They were Barrett kind of had him pinned down, but Bergeron was also getting pretty mad and fighting back in his own right. So
yeah, and definitely as a 1-1 game at a standstill right now, both of these teams are trying to find an inch, and for Concordia, they were able to get it.
And the backdoor pass for Concordia. Derek Humphreys is able to pound that one home.
Yeah, the Concordia able to take advantage of that penalty. I mean, they lost a guy, and as we see right there, just able to get it in the back of the net past Milberg. I mean, 2-1 Concordia. The Lakers are kind of blown away right now. This Laker faithful is kind of not expecting this coming out of this first period, Kyle.
Yeah, Ochitwa with a great look back door to find Derek Humphreys sitting right on the post, wide open. Gets his 6th goal of the season, his 12th point, as they wrap that one behind the net. Ryan on the pressure for it. Get it out to Simons. Simons with a shot now. That one goes off the post as he tries to get his rebound and sends that one over the net. Back to the point now, thrown back down below the goal line. Simons going in the corner to grab that one. Chipped up. Warmouth is going to step up and play that one. Simons also adds onto the rush and joins with him. That puck is sent down into Laker zone. No icing. It's recovered by Warmouth. Up to Simons. Simons to Grimshaw. Grimshaw looking across the ice. He finds Ryan. Ryan by himself. He takes a shot from the top of the circles right into the glove of Gabe Rosick.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, Kyle, the defense from Concordia, they're stepping up in this first period, putting a lot of pressure on this Lakers team, as we saw on that 1-on-2. I mean, this Concordia team not backing down without a fight. I mean, now up 2-1. Oswego has 11 shots, only able to get one in the back of the net. Concordia has 8, and they're able to take advantage more on their shot selection.
As Baker goes back to catch up with that one, Concordia is going to be able to keep it in, but a puck battle ensues in the corner once again. A lot of standstill play along the boards, as down on the ice was Rocco. Oh, gets it over to Arcan now, and McQuaid trying to chase that one down before it's thrown back in by Dittmer. Baker gets it over to Addison. Addison's going to start skating it up to McQuaid. McQuaid tries to chip it to Arcan, and that one is going to be offsides. Just a bit too early on the zone entry for the Lakers, find themselves offsides. But they haven't really been able to get anything going on the rush today, Alex. I mean, they've had a few chances, but their few chances have come when they were already established within the zone.
Yeah, and we know that this Lakers team can do really good on the rush, as we've seen in prior games this season. We know when they are able to be in sync. But so far in this first period, they don't seem like they're in sync as much as they have been in the past.
And Flack behind. He's going to chip it up to Bull, and Bull from below the goal line scores that one. Noah Bull below the goal line shoots it off of Gabe Rosick and finds the back of the net.
I mean, even Shane Bull and these Laker fans weren't even expecting it. They saw the buzzer beat, and I know the refs are talking right now, but Shane Bull able to get his 10th goal on the season, as the official is talking right now, making sure that was a goal. We'll have to see what the officials say right here, but as we look at the replay, Shane Bull able to get it in the back of the net. We'll see if that holds up.
And it will not. Refs discussed it is no goal. It was called a goal at the time, but after discussion, it was repealed. Dittman now going into the corner, but Flack grabs that one. Flack drops it off, hoping for Gatto to grab it. Gatto will join in and grab the puck. Working his way up to the top of the blue line, but escaping the zone was Gatto. Sending it to the far side of the ice. Picked up by Semrad. Over to Francis. Francis up to Bull. Bull now coming down in. He works his way into the zone. Semrad on the corner, looking for Flack in the middle, couldn't connect. Andriaki creating some trouble there, but Francis couldn't get a stick on it good enough. Stardelli with it now. And going down in the zone is Ochitwa. Ochitwa with it behind the net, drops it down for Klugerman. Klugerman coming up the boards, looking for Gill on the point, but it's going to go out to Sleeth instead. Sleeth has a one-on-one opportunity. He takes it wide, he takes a shot, and that one's gloved down. The glove side of Gabe Rosick has been fantastic as we see some extracurriculars going on. Sleeth going at Matt Kepke. Kepke, the player with a major earlier in this game, I believe.
Yeah, and you got to settle down if you're the Lakers. Obviously, it's very frustrating right now being down 2-1, but you don't want to get in that position where you could cause yourself a penalty. But also, Rosick, great job so far. A little bit of bad break from the Lakers on that Shane Bull goal, but Lakers still need to be aggressive near the net.
Calabufo grabs it in the neutral zone, and he's going to dump that one in before taking a hit. And working it back up to the point. Bala with a shot. Bala, the lone goal scorer for the Lakers so far in this contest, as Andriaki throws a hit. Bala's going to hand pass that one, and that is the second hand pass of the night for the Lakers now.
Yeah. And the Lakers right now, as they're changing their players out right now, it just seems like we talk about the aggression and possession, as you love to talk about, Spees. But for Concordia right now, it really seems like the Falcons are really coming into this place and not letting any sort of expectations, not letting their record on paper get the best of them.
As Grimshaw gets a lane here now, the Lakers have a rush, but Concordia catches up pretty quickly. Addison now having a pinch down in. He'll take the body against Kroyman, but now they have a rush. Hazelton coming down. He takes a shot. That one's blocked by Baker. Laying out on the ice to get in front of that one. Back down in the corner now. A shot that goes in front. The puck is loose before the Lakers clear it out to the corner. Back up to Kroyman at the point. Kroyman throws that one in. Back behind the net. Grimshaw is going to pick it up. Grimshaw bringing it up to Ryan. Ryan battling, trying to get the puck down in the zone. Back to Addison. Chipping it up the boards to Grimshaw, who tries to throw it in, and he's able to get it in. Ryan now. Ryan with a chance. He's going to get a shot off. It's going to go off the pads. McQuaid comes in. He gets a shot in the same off the pillows. McQuaid now coming down. He avoids a hit there. Into the corner, Arcan. He's going to throw a hit on Tenazaka. Back to McQuaid. McQuaid's going to stop, get it down to Rocco. Rocco's going to draw a penalty. Arcan with a shot, and he sails that one wide. Barrett now coming up to grab the puck at the point. The Lakers have a man advantage. Milberg has come to the bench, so the Lakers get their sixth skater. Chipping it up to Francis. Francis trying to get it across to McQuaid. Tipped behind him. tripping call on the Falcons, so the Lakers will have another power play, and the faceoff will be right on the near side dot.
Yeah, the Lakers able to draw that penalty for Concordia, but if you're the Lakers right now, you already got a power play goal in the beginning. Now you have a chance to get another one as we look at the replay of that penalty. Just seem a lot more aggressive near the net. That's what the Lakers need to do. You got to get more pressure on Rosick because all of his saves so far have been pretty contested, and also they've just been pretty easy.
And Bull with it now on the short side. Drops it off for McQuaid. Back to Gatto. Gatto in front trying to find Flack for the one-timer. Couldn't get that one past. Back up to McQuaid now. McQuaid with an opportunity. He's going to look backdoor. Flack with a shot off the pillows. That one's going to keep staying in play. Hits off the top of the glass. Chipped past Bull. Baker's coming back for it. He's going to turn and rip it to Gatto. But Flack's going to grab it. The Lakers have a 3-on-2 rush. Looking backdoor for Bull. Bull, that one bounces off his stick. Baker at the point. Baker with a shot, and that goes into the glove of Rosick. Rosick, an excellent glove here today. A majority of the saves coming from the glove.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, Rosick really making those easy saves. Just doing it from the glove. We've seen some more athletic plays from Rosick, but the Lakers, as we mentioned, not really getting much pressure on the net, not having that communication that they've had in the past with setting up players in their right space.
And Flack looks back door to Bull, and Rosick's able to get over there and grab a pad on it. Coming the other way now is Tallman. Tallman loses the puck, and he's going to get a hit from McQuaid before dropping it back to Dittmer. Dittmer is going to try to sail it the length of the ice. Gatto's going to grab it first. Gatto cross the ice to Flack, creating some space. Flack coming down, back to Gatto. That one goes off his stick. But he's able to chip it down in before the period ends. When the Lakers return in the second period, they will have a 45-second power play, Brooks. But after one period of play, what have you seen from both teams?
So we'll start with the Lakers. From Oswego, we've seen them get a lot of pressure near Rosick, but Rosick has been the one who has stopped all that pressure from going in. But we've also seen a lot of, miscommunication, as we've seen with, the players being in their right positions. And then when you go over to Concordia, it's been a little bit better. I mean, they are not looking like a team that has lost 5 straight and not doing well this season. They're looking like a team that can really compete with Oswego. I mean, they must have just had a great trip, great plane ride to Oswego, New York right now, and they're doing really well, being able to have Rosick in net and also just really getting more pressure on the defense.
Definitely not the way we expected this to go off the bat based on the paper stats, but as we all know, once you get out on that ice, it's a totally different game. Concordia really looking like a well-oiled, put-together team that works very well together right now, although they have not won more than a game in a row this season. They have not had back-to-back wins once this season, like you mentioned, 5-game losing streak as well. They're coming into Oswego, New York. That's a long ride. They have something to prove. This is a statement tournament for Concordia.
And it definitely is. And if you look over to the Lakers, as I was mentioning before, they haven't had the luck in tournaments so far. They've only played one tournament. It was in Utica. They lost to Elmira. They lost to St. John's. So I don't know if it's some sort of tournament curse that they're having. Obviously, it's only 2-1 at the end of the first period. Anything can happen. But, when you're in this tournament, you want to at least have one win, but you're home. Like, this is your home ice. You want to make sure that you put a special product out on the ice because it's not just for overall record, it's for national records as well, Kyle.
As you said there, both teams, some great goalie play here in the first period with some stellar saves that could be on ESPN, but we're not ESPN here, are we? We will return in 13 minutes for period number 2 action here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena, where the Lakers will come back with a 45-second power play. But after one, the Concordia Falcons lead the Oswego State Lakers a score of 2-1. We'll be back. And the Country Roads have taken the Oswego State Lakers back home to the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena this weekend for the Oswego State Hockey Winter Classic Invitational. I'm Kyle Spizak alongside Alex Brooks, and we're about to get set for Period 2 action here in the Deb. Concordia leads the Oswego State Lakers by a score of 2-1, and the Lakers are on power play for the next 45 seconds.
Can I just say, Kyle, that was a really nice intro right there. Country Roads take Oswego home. That was pretty good. But yeah, as you mentioned, Kyle, Lakers down 2-1, but there's still a lot of hockey left to play. There's still 2 20-minute periods. A lot of things could happen. But if you are Oswego right now against Concordia, you got to come out aggressive. You got to come out with a lot of physicality. Own your ship. Own the ice that you are home with. You got to make sure that you can play up to your competition. Don't play down. Play up to your competition in the Concordia Falcons. Make them play like their record.
And the Lakers getting a bit beaten up by the physicality throughout the first period, as Concordia, they're supposed to have 4 players on, but they currently have 2. And they get another penalty at the end of the period, apparently. Another penalty just added on to the scoreboard, so the Lakers now have a 5-on-3 for the next 45 seconds as things get underway. Back behind the net, Baker's going to pick that one up and start skating it out. Ships it over to McQuaid. McQuaid entering the zone, dropping it off to Bull. Bull takes it below the goal line, stops and swings it back to McQuaid. McQuaid trying to get it back down to Bull, as Bull's going to wrap up around the top of the circles. Drops it to Baker. Baker looking for a shot. He's going to take that one, and the rebound chance for Gatto, and he's going to put that straight into the chest of Rosick.
Yeah, Rosick picking up for where he left off with that save. I mean, for Concordia, Rosick has been your MVP so far. I feel like he has just been owning his net right now, and the Lakers, you got to get a fast start.
As the puck goes all the way back down to the Lakers, then picked up by Flack. Flack ships it across the ice to McQuaid. McQuaid now taking it down the far side wing. He'll do an escape turn, create some space. Back to Baker at the point. Back to McQuaid in the high slot. The shot deflected up and over the net. Puck battle ensues behind the net. 4 Lakers, 3 Falcons. As McQuaid gets taken down to the ice there, but Gatto's going to be able to push it to Baker at the point. Baker looking for a shot, didn't like his chances, ships it down to Flack. Flack to Gatto. To McQuaid in the front, and he's going to muff a pass. Back down, Concordia's going to try to get this one out, but Flack slides across and keeps it going. Flack with the fake shot, creating some more time, trying to backhand that one down in on net for Gatto. Back up to Flack. Across to McQuaid. Back door to Gatto, misses. Flack takes a hit there, keeps the play going with the puck in his stick. Bull behind the net, trying to punch it out front for McQuaid. Bull getting tied up by a few Falcons. Bull now taking it wide, trying to get a shot off, and an opportunity in front, and that one goes off the defender. And another opportunity, Bull scores!
And Shane Bull gets his get back, Kyle.
Shane
the
Bull gets
officials took away his goal in the last period, and Shane Bull gets his goal right there. Oswego ties it up 2-2, as you see with that replay. You gotta pressure Rosick, and you did. And Shane Bull now with his 10th goal on the season, and the Lakers tie it right back up here in the Deb.
And the short side one-timer shelves it in the top right corner of the net. Lakers tie things up early on in the second period, coming out a lot hotter than they started last period. Bull now with 10 goals on the season, his 24th point. As the face-off is won by Concordia, and Gill's going to dump that one down in. Down in the corner, Bala's going to throw that one high off the glass, goes back to Dill. Dill's going to do the same thing, wrap it around again, right back to Bala. Passes it over to Warmouth. Trying to get Sleeth up the middle, bounces off his stick, but he regroups it in the neutral zone and is able to dump that one down himself. Andriaki on the forecheck, punches that one down further, keeps the play going. Now Calabufo joining in on the rush, drops it to Sleeth. Sleeth trying to drop it to Calabufo. He's putting in the work behind the net. Turns, creating some space before it's turned over and packed up by Kepke. Kepke's going to bounce that one off the glass. It's going to go all the way down, and that'll go for icing. And the Lakers really dominating the shot total in this game so far. 22 shots compared to Concordia's 9 so far. So the Lakers getting shots up, just haven't found the back of the net at the same rate as the Falcons.
Yeah, really putting aggression on Rosick. And as we were mentioning in the first period, Concordia only got 9 shots off. They were able to get 2 goals, but now Lakers, they have a lot of shots, but they've evened it out now at 2.
So that one's dropped back to Gill. Gill's going to wrap it around to Kepke. Kepke's going to skate this one up himself before it's collected by Barrett. Barrett's going to fight off a defender and take this one across the red line himself, working his way down before he gets pickpocketed by Tenezeka. Tenezeka on the attack. This one now picked up and brought down in by Dittmer. Dittmer trying to push it down in, but catches a body from Francis. Barrett throws it up to Grimshaw. Grimshaw across to Simons. Simons coming down the middle, drops it off to Ryan. Looking backdoor to Grimshaw. Grimshaw for it, and backhand scores! Trent Grimshaw. Little bit of sauce. Drop that one backhanded top shelf.
And a flip of one period to the second period. Trent Grimshaw, as you see, he does a little zigzag. Get out of my way. I'm going to get it in the back of the net. Trent Grimshaw. Now it is turning over for the Lakers. This Laker faithful going crazy. Got his first goal on the season for number 81. And the Lakers up 3-2 with 16 minutes and 28 seconds left in this period.
And 2 quick goals for the Lakers right out the gates in period number 2, putting on the pressure. I'm sure that there were some words said by Coach Gosick in the locker room that weren't so kind. Now throwing all the way down the ice. Now Lakers trying to do their own little fly move, but that's going to be beaten out by Concordia, and icing will be called. So it returns to the other side of the ice. But the Lakers right out of this gate looking like a whole different team than they looked like in that first period.
Yeah, and I don't know, as you mentioned before, I don't know what Coach Gosick said to this Lakers team in the half, but it worked. They were able to get out and score 2 unanswered goals on Concordia, and now they're leading 3-2. And as you mentioned, momentum, it's a big thing in hockey.
As this one's thrown up to the point to Reutman. Reutman throwing it across, looking for Bergeron. Now back behind the net, Ochitwa putting on some moves. He's going to drag it up the boards. Looking for a backdoor pass to Sardelli. Couldn't connect on that one. Klugerman looking for the front of the net. This one's going to go right in front of the net, and Milberg's able to keep that one out and kick it away. Semrad and Sardelli's cages got intertwined, and they were stuck on each other for a minute, but they were able to get free. Now Rocco racing against Kepke for the puck on this one. Kepke stops back behind the net, and he's going to drop that one off for Klugerman. Klugerman's going to skate this one up himself. Gets the blue line, then gets taken down by a Laker. But it'll keep going. Bala down in the corner now. Turns, creates some space, gets it up to Flack. Flack looking across the ice to Bull. Bull able to skate right around before he loses an edge and goes down into the boards. Flack dropping it down. Bull down low, trying to put the work on. Klugerman now, moving it across, but it's intercepted by Warmouth. Back down in the corner now. Klugerman with it. He's going to pass it up to Hazelton. Hazelton dumps that one down in, and Worsing's getting on the forecheck. Kroyman pitches down to keep that one on, that play going. Gatto's going to try to backhand it up, and he'll be able to get it. Flack coming down now. He tries to stop, but gets poked away by Dittmer. And icing will be called. Shot down the far side of the ice, and the Falcons will elect for a line change.
Yeah, and Kyle, as we see on that replay, Oswego doing a little bit better now, helping out Milberg. Really, as we saw in the first period, they were able to get 2 goals, but now it seems like they're putting a little bit more pressure on Concordia, now up 3-2. You know, you're now playing with the lead, and you're looking like a really different team.
Clearing pucks out from the front of the net, not allowing those second chance opportunities as Francis picks this one up back in his own zone. Calabufo now coming down the boards with some speed. Sleeth now going to go up to Francis, back at the point, no tip in front. Barrett's going to wrap this one down low. Picked back up by Sleeth. Sleeth works his way to the top of the circle, hits Francis. Francis on a low shot. That one's just going to glide in and be covered by Rosick.
A little bit of extra shoving from Concordia as the lines change for both of these teams. And Kyle, it's been an aggressive game, as we mentioned. It's been very physical. And Concordia now down 3-2. I mean, what is their answer? What is their answer to get back into this game? You got to do the things that you did in the first period.
And A.J. Ryan snipes one top right. The Lakers are rolling right off the gates in period number 2. Ryan finds this one wide open in the slot, rips it top right. Then he drops to the one knee, hits the celebration after.
A.J. Ryan able to get that in the back of the net. A great momentum for the Lakers. His first goal in the season. We saw the first goal for Trent Grimshaw. Now we have A.J. Ryan, 2 veterans on this Lakers team, able to get their first goal on this season.
And a big hit there, and not just his first goal, but his first point on the season as well for Ryan, as Simons is going to try to throw that one in front of the net. Goes back to the corner, picked back up by Ryan. Semrad working it down low now. It's going to take a shoulder from Kepke. Back out to Ryan again. Ryan trying to do something with the puck. Gets it over to Semrad. Semrad chips it down low. Picked back up by Kepke. Kepke's going to throw this one down the ice. Baker now against Bridges. Semrad back behind the net. A few Lakers back behind the net. A lot of traffic and a lot of people in the way of each other. Arcan now takes it across the red line. Gets it across the blue line. Tries to dump it off to Rocco. And he'll take a hit from Dittmer. Bala's going to come down and play that one. Bounces back out to center ice. Regrouped by Warmouth. Over to Bala. Up the middle to Rocco. And that one's going to be chipped down the ice. And Bridges is going to hop on his horse. Battling, but Bala gets there first. Now Bull's able to get this one out of the zone. He bounces off of 2 bodies and keeps going. Up to Arcan. Arcan can't collect that one, but it's tipped down in the zone. Play continues. Bull working his way up. And the puck's going to go back in the corner now as a puck battle ensues. And coming back down the ice now is Bridges. Up the middle. Trying to get a shot off is Concordia. Ochitwa, he couldn't get anything, goes into the chest of Barrett. Barrett takes it himself now. Trying to put it through the legs of a defender, but it gets stopped. Going back the other way now, Sardelli. Sardelli's going to drop it off to Ochitwa, and Ochitwa snipes one top shelf. And answering right back is the Falcons. Ochitwa goes bar down on the rush.
Yeah, and as you look at this goal from Concordia, I mean, just a little bit of misdirection there for Milberg. Milberg not able to, he kind of looks like he lost sight of that one right there. And Concordia able to get right back into this game here in the Deb. And, you know, never say never, Kyle. I mean, it's the second period, 4-3. Concordia is trying to make this a game right now.
And it's still a tight contest as that one's won back by the Lakers. Semrad brings it over to Baker. Baker pushes it up to Andriaki, and Andriaki's going to take a hit, and that's going to be delayed penalty. And they call a tripping on the Falcons. And going back to that goal, Alex Ochitwa, that is his 3rd goal on the season and his 5th point in the 11 games played so far this season. Airing from Prince George, British Columbia. Finding himself in the box for the next 2 minutes is the defenseman Gill, as this one gets up to Baker. Off the faceoff. Backdoor, Gatto. That one goes off his stick too high. Flutter pucks. Gatto now tied up with a slew of other players and able to dump that one down the length of the ice is Kroyman. Kroyman's playing a spy on Shane Bull. As Flack picks this one up. Flack's going to take this one in himself. There's 4 Lakers, 3 Falcons. And Baker gets pickpocketed, and now coming down on a breakaway is Koepke. It's just Koepke and Milberg, and Koepke puts that one short side.
And as you,
we have a tie game now, Brooks.
We definitely do, Kyle. And as you see, a complete breakdown by the Lakers. Seemed like Shane Bull there not able to get a stick on it, and Concordia able to take advantage of that turnover. Now it's a tie game here in the Deb, and I mean, it seemed like it was going great for the Lakers. It seemed like they were up 4-2. They were able to get some momentum, able to kind of a goal away from pulling away from this one, and now you see a couple minutes later, 4-4.
And just a mistake by Baker there, getting pickpocketed on the power play. A shorthanded goal for the Falcons. Koepke, his first goal of the season in his freshman year now as well. 4 points on the season for the freshman out of Vernon Hills, Illinois.
And Kyle, something to note, the Lakers and Concordia. Concordia is 1 for 2 on the power play. Oswego 1 for 5. So they have a power play opportunity right now for Oswego. Let's see if they can up that percentage right now.
As Calabufo takes a hit in the corner, and he's still being held even though he doesn't have the puck, but no call. And Semrad in front has a shot. That one goes a bit wide. Able to clear this one down the length of the ice. 45 seconds left on the power play for the Lakers. Bala's going to get this one. They move it straight up to Semrad. Semrad trying to push it across the Sleeth, but Calabufo's still battling for it against Newcomer. Bouncing puck in front, and they're able to send this one down the length of the ice. Milberg's going to come out and play this one into the corner. Newcomer's going to shoot that one. Just goes high into the corner, and McQuaid's going to pick it up now in his own zone. McQuaid takes it out wide, getting some wheels and some speed on him using his edges. And a whistle blown. Not sure for what, but the refs will talk at the scorer's table. And Cam Simons finds himself in the box now. The Lakers, with 10 seconds left on their power play, they now find themselves down a man for the next minute 50.
Yeah, not something that you want to see from the Lakers. I mean, you have 9 seconds left on your own, so now you're going to be obviously a man down. And, you know, for Concordia and the Lakers, as I mentioned before, power play hasn't been really strong, but you don't want to get more opportunities in Concordia. Concordia has a lot of the momentum right now, doing 2 unanswered goals, and Oswego has to pick it back up.
And Baker with a shot opportunity there that gets blocked away to the side. But Flack on the forecheck, keeping it down in the zone. Lakers now down a man for the next minute 30 as this one's picked up and wrapped around by Bergeron. Bergeron dumps it back down to Reutman. Reutman's going to start skating with it. Ships it up to MacArthur. MacArthur dumps this one down in, and that's nice and easy for Milberg. Catches that one, freezes it. Pretty routine. Minute 20 left on Simon's penalty.
And the Lakers changing lines right now. Concordia, Kyle, they're back. They're right back in this game. I mean, they were going into this second period up 2-1. Now at 4-4, this is a brand new ball game. Concordia is looking much different than they did a couple minutes ago, and it really is anybody's game.
Both teams fighting back and forth. It's a game of momentum and a game of inches as Ryan has a bit of a lead here. Gets it across to Rocco. Rocco couldn't get the shot off. It was in his skates. Ryan picks up the rebound, though, and he's going to throw it all the way back down to their own end, but it goes off Francis's skates. Milberg couldn't pass it off to Francis, so now having it down in their own zone. And Logan Kroyman with a clap bomb from the heavens puts it right behind Milberg.
And the shot selection for the Falcons has been on point now. Now having 14 shots, they have 5 goals. So really good by the Falcons, and a complete breakdown by the Lakers. And we've talked about that miscommunication for the Lakers this whole game. Guys aren't in the right positions, or when they're not able to get a goal, Concordia is able to come right back down and drive in there. And they did just that, and now they're up 5-4, and it seems like they just ripped it right out of Oswego's hands.
And Milberg will be taking a seat for the rest of the night, as filling in for him now is Cal Shell entering the game. Shell has not played in a few weeks, as he was not a part of the bench in the last game for the Lakers against Utica University. So he will get his first ice time in about a month. So we'll see how that plays out, as Concordia's on the rush now. Moving it up the middle, they get it to Ochitwa. Addison takes a hit, but he keeps pushing the puck forward before it's dumped back down in, and Semrad grabs it in the far side corner. Semrad grabs it, chipped in by Andriaki. Throwing around the boards to Arcan. Arcan back down to Sleeth, working it down. Arcan trying to get a shot off, and that one bounces just wide of the net. Pinning it against the boards behind the net is Kepke. Kepke still pinning it, but there's a few Lakers battling for it, and Andriaki's the one that comes out with it. Andriaki now getting pinned by Gill. Kirchhoff now with it, moving it up the ice. Gets it to Tallman. Tallman's going to dump that one down in, and Humphreys on the pressure. Warmoth now bringing it up the near side. Gets the red line, dumps that one down in. And then gets wrapped back up to Kirchhoff. Barrett drops back, picks this one up at the blue line. Dumps it up to Andriaki, who's able to get it to Sleeth. Sleeth now, he gets edged out by Dittmer. Dittmer sends it across the ice, picked up by Wersing. Shell comes down and plays this one, dumps it back behind his own net. And a wraparound opportunity, another shot in front, but that one goes right off their own player. Simon's now dumping that one down in, chips it off his stick. Continues on the rush, goes down and gets his own entry. Grimshaw battling for the puck down in the corner, and this one's going to be taken out by Simons. Up to Francis at the point, to Barrett. Barrett with a hesitation. He gets a shot on the puck, still loose in front. Goaltender's on the ground scrambling. He doesn't have his stick. Simons now with it behind the net. Goaltender still does not have his stick, before it was pushed to him by one of his teammates. Dumped down in by Concordia now, and on the pressure is Newcomer. Simons chips back to Francis. And Francis chipped it back up trying to hit Simons, but he went for a line change, and that'll be an icing. So faceoff will return back to Lakers zone with 5:41 left to go in the period. Yeah,
Kyle, you mentioned Shell now back in net for the Lakers. He was benched in, he hasn't played in a couple of weeks. He was benched, and Milberg came in for that Concordia game, the Utica game, and the Lakers were able to win that. But a short leash if you're Coach Gosick, pulling out Milberg and now putting in Shell. I mean, we'll see if Shell has learned some things from being on the bench and watching this team not being in net.
Well, you got to go with who's the hot hand, Brooks, and 5 goals in 2 periods is a reason to pull your goalie and put in your backup. But Francis is moving this one up the boards now. And he'll punch that one forward a little bit, and it does clear the zone. So Concordia having to regroup, but Barrett bringing it up now. Barrett brings it in himself with a little bit of speed. He's going to shoot that one wide. And another shot opportunity by a trailing Arcan, but that goes off the glove. Rocco battling back behind the net, the St. Cloud transfer. And this one's going to be aired all the way down the ice, and that one will go for an icing. 4:53 left to go in the game. Shots still relatively similar, about double for the Lakers than Concordia. 30 shots, 4 goals for the Lakers. 16 shots, 5 goals for the Falcons.
And it was, as we see on that replay, Kyle, another second chance opportunity missed. I mean, Rosick faced with a lot of pressure, but unable to get enough on Rosick to get that in the back of the net for the Lakers. A missed opportunity, still down 5-4.
Gatto throws a hit on Koepke, who's about double his size. But Baker now has it at the point. Baker rips one, takes a deflection, and skies high over the net. Back down. Gatto's going to ignore that one. Allow Bull to pick that up. Behind the net now. Bull still being pinned against the boards. And that one flies over Semrad's head, but Baker was able to get back in time and provide enough help to get the icing call.
And the Lakers change lines here along with the Falcons. And you mentioned before the shots. A better shot selection for Concordia. I feel like if you're Coach Gosick and the Lakers, you got to make sure when you're taking those shots, you got to have good shot selection. You got to make sure that you can get great shots on goal and really give it your all against Rosick. Rosick has played a pretty good game. He's let 2 in a row happen. He's let up 4 goals so far, but he's been the better goalie so far in this game.
And the Lakers looking for the highlight reel shots, which they have had a few throughout the course of this game, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, they don't ask how, they ask how many.
Yeah, it's quantity over quality. It doesn't matter how you get them, you just want them in the back of the net. But it just seems like now, with the timeout, you need you guys to breathe a little bit. Wonder if Coach Gosick's just trying to see if he can fire his team up once again. You know, you went into that second half, or you went into the intermission, getting out into the second period. We're able to get a lot of momentum now. Just nothing really going here. I see you chuckling.
And a rough start for Milberg in this game, right out of the bat. Gets scored on twice pretty quick as we look at some of the goals against him here. Backdoor, can't do much on that one. But a few of them, this one, just backdoor once again. Got to be aware of that. Got to tell your defense, hey, watch the guy behind me. And then once again on this one, just coming down, and he just gets sniped on that one top shelf. As we take a different look at that angle, same play, just comes down, just gets picked apart by the Concordia offense. Addison drops back, gets that one to Warmoth. Back to Addison off the end board to Ryan. Simons now with it. Simons looks back door, tries to sauce it to Grimshaw, still in the air though. Warmoth now pinching down, takes it in himself. Ochitwa battling against some Lakers. And Dittmer is going to be able to sky this one out, but it's turned around by the Lakers. Grimshaw trying to do something with it, couldn't get so. The puck was stuck in his feet. Back to Ryan, he chips this one, and Arcan picks it up at the blue line. Arcan trying to get a shot off. That one's hit and deflected, didn't go very far. And a hit from behind there, and that's another penalty on the Falcons, as the Lakers will find themselves up again. We'll see what the exact call is, but it is on Logan Kroyman, who scored the last goal for.
And you see the officials trying to separate both teams, really getting, the tempers are really flaring right now here in the Deb. And another opportunity for Oswego. Concordia had a penalty there, another opportunity for the Lakers to get in and tie this ball game up.
And Kroyman gets hit for a boarding call there. Arcan was too far away from the boards to throw a hit at that time. So the Lakers now up for 2 minutes. 1 for 6 on the power play so far in this game. Looking to turn things around as McQuaid comes down looking for a shot. Bull trying to get one off. Flack with a shot. That one goes off the side of the net. Baker now drops it back to McQuaid. McQuaid's looking for Flack. He wants to hit him. He's able to get it to him, but after it gets deflected. And a shot from McQuaid goes straight into the skate of Tallman. This one's going to be dumped down by Humphreys, and Shell's going to let Baker take this one out. Baker starts his skate. Moving across the red line up to Flack. Flack's going to tip it off to McQuaid. McQuaid with another shot. Flack with a rebound whack at it, but got covered up pretty quick. And now Koepke's going at Gatto, grabbing him by the jersey, tugging him around a little bit. definitely a high-tempered game, which is unexpected between these two teams because this is the first matchup between them of all time.
Yeah, I mean, new opponents. I mean, it's still the game of hockey. You know that better than anyone, Kyle. It's still the game of hockey. Tempers will be flaring. Doesn't matter if you've seen them 100 times. Doesn't matter if you've seen them once.
And the Lakers with a good opportunity there. Flack with the shot deflected off a Bull's stick, but goes into the 5-hole and stopped by Rosick. Lakers starting to get some net front presence, really taking away Rosick's eyes and getting those second-hand chances and getting those rebound opportunities. Haven't found the back of the net on too many of them, but when you're playing the way that they are in front of the net, it's bound to go in eventually. Flack now with it at the top of the point. Moving it back to Baker. Baker over to McQuaid. McQuaid to Gatto. Gatto delayed trigger. McQuaid in front for the rebound. That one gets cleared out. Baker now taking it behind his own net. He'll stop and get Kirchhoff to force some distance. Baker moves it up to Rocco. Rocco comes down now, and he finds Sleeth back door, but he muffs the one-timer. No one pops out to Rocco, and whistle blown. One of the straps of Daniel Calabufo's helmet came off, apparently. So whistle is blown, play is dead. Face-off will be in the same position, but got to rehelmet the bucket, or rebuckle the bucket. Took me a minute. Words are hard sometimes.
Words are hard. And Calabufo a little shaken up on that play, but it seems like he's good, and the Lakers will play on here.
Back to Semrad. Semrad shoots it across to Barrett. Back to Semrad. Semrad with a shot, and that one goes off the pad and wide. Barrett to Rocco to Semrad, and that shot just not enough height on it, goes into the ankle of Koepke. Semrad with it again. Now he gets Calabuvo in the high slot. He rips one, and it goes just over the net. Rocket of a shot, just didn't have the height on it. Barrett catches it at the blue line, and he takes another shot, and there's good 5-6 opportunities in front. And Calabuvo's in a headlock right now from Koepke, as a lot of pushing and shoving ensues right after the whistle is blown.
Yeah, as we mentioned, a lot of extracurriculars happening so far. A lot of bodies in that last play, but Rosick not really giving up in this game. I mean, you know, he was scored on back-to-back goals, 2 unanswered goals, and he hasn't faltered at all. I mean, he's given up 4 goals. He hasn't faltered at all against a really high, intense Oswego pressure, and Rosick has been doing pretty well so far in net.
And Simon's trying to get the shot off there, but he got tied up by Reutman. Back out to the middle. Bala tries to get that one, but a bouncing puck couldn't get the puck luck there. Ryan dumps it off to Warmouth, and then Gato's going to sky this one up. Simon's trying to get on the attack to get things going, and he'll win the puck battle. Simons with a shot, and he dings that one off the bar, too.
And another missed opportunity, Kyle, for the Lakers. We've seen it before. They've been in that position. They've been in that position to score. It just has not gone their way.
And Rosick really standing tall this game, making some huge saves throughout the course of the last 2 periods. As we take a look at some of them, this shot by Gatto just goes a bit wide off the deflection. But overall, a lot of saves for him. 37 shots faced, and he's only let in 4 so far. Not the exact greatest numbers you've ever seen. He's still on that 888% range for save percentage. However, they are up 5-4 against a very offensively dense Oswego Lakers team. As this one's going to get bounced out of the zone. 29 seconds left to go in the period. Addison's going to work this one up to Flack, who works at the Bull. And this one's going to be taken around by Kirchhoff. Pickpocketed by Flack. Flack trying to get Bull sneaking down in the high slot, but couldn't connect with him. Dittmer just pinning it against the boards for the last 10 seconds of the period, trying to kill all the time he can, but Flack's not giving up that easy. Puck battle keeps on going. 2 seconds left to go. Can the Lakers get a shot off? But it will be controlled and ended by Tallman. So after 40 minutes of play, a bit of a different game it's a higher score, but the same point differential. Concordia leads the Lakers by a score of 5-4. Going into the end of the first period, it was 2-1. So both teams get on a scoring onslaught this period, scoring 3 each. However, the Lakers were hot off the start, and Concordia at the end, they were the ones that had the control.
Yeah, it was a little bit of hot potato, Kyle, in this second period. A lot of back and forth action. And really, the Lakers, as you mentioned, getting hot to start. Looked like they were a different team. Looked like they were going to extend their lead, get up 3, maybe get up 4, but they let Concordia back in this game. They weren't able to be as resilient, weren't able to really defend this Concordia team. And on those goals by Concordia, it seemed like it was just of a defensive letdown for the Lakers. And, you know, I would like to shout out Gabe Rosick, the goaltender for Concordia. We mentioned before, he gave up 4 goals, he gave up back-to-back goals, but he's still out there. But for the Lakers, Milberg gave up 5 goals in 2 periods. He was pulled. Now Cal Shell is in here, storyline going into this third period.
Yeah, and Shell hasn't had to face too many shot opportunities throughout the tenure of his time in the second period there. On the other end of the ice, though, Rosick, he was getting peppered, and he stood tall. 37 shots through 2 periods of hockey. A very, very, very high number for a goalie to have to face throughout 40 minutes of play. But that's all we have for right now. We're going to take a break, and in 14 minutes, when period 3 starts, we'll be right back here with all your coverage on WTOP 10. And as the bell tolls, the Lakers return to the ice for period 3 of action here in the Deborah Stanley Arena. The Lakers trailing the Concordia Falcons by a score of 5-4. Shots 37 Lakers, 16 for the Falcons. I'm Kyle Spizak alongside Alex Brooks, and we're just moments away from the puck drop for period 3 in what has been a wild affair for the last 40 minutes.
Yeah, a wild affair, Kyle, and we're now in the witching hour of this hockey game between Oswego and Concordia. Last period, 20 more minutes to go, 5-4. Yes, it has been wild, and I'm certain it's going to be a wild finish here in the Deb.
And 6 goals scored last period, so we'll see how this period continues from the previous. As the buzzer rings, puck drops about to happen, 20 minutes is on the clock, and we are underway. Won by Concordia, back to Kroyman. Kroyman spins out on his own accord right off the bat. Flack with an opportunity. He backhands that one over the net. Bull getting the rebound back behind the net now, and he's going to bring it up looking for Flack, but it gets out to Semrad. Semrad with a shot that goes off the leg of Dittmer. Bull back down low to Gatto, trying to get it to Flack, but it goes to the point to Semrad. Semrad looking for something to do with it, and it goes off the stick of Flack and into the netting, so face-off will be down in the near side circle.
Yeah, and it seems like Lakers coming out strong a little bit, as we see on the replay. You know, had an opportunity there to get a backdoor goal, but you know, it wasn't able to get there, and now the Lakers trying again.
Rosick thanking the heavens on that one. He was hung out to dry, but Flack just shot it way too high. Dropped back down now to Reutman. Over to Newcomer. Newcomer trying to move the puck up to Hazelton, but couldn't do so. And that one's going to go into the stands. Free souvenir for the Laker fans. As we get set for another face-off in the neutral zone. A game that we did not expect to turn out the way that it has so far. The 3-8 Falcons are leading the 8-5 Lakers by a score of 4-5. As Warmouth picks that one up back behind the net. Getting tripped up in the mess was Newcomer. Warmouth now, he's going to shoot that one on net, and that's just going to be a glove save for Rosick. And he'll put that one to rest.
Yeah, Kyle, you mentioned Concordia. On paper, not really looking good, 3-8. And they were coming into this tournament as kind of like the outlier of all of these teams. You see that Oswego, Stevenson, and Cortland, they were all getting national-type rankings, national-type exposure, and Concordia was kind of just that one you could just put off to the side, but they're making a statement for themselves. They're making a statement to put themselves, you know, maybe not in that conversation, but that they can play with these big teams.
As Bull somehow keeps that one in the zone, towing it across the blue line. Gatto keeps that one down, pushes it a little bit further. An opportunity arising for the Lakers. Flack back door. He tries to backhand that one before going through the legs. Bull now battling alongside the boards, pinned by Tallman. Bull's going to get this one out as he's got Gill right on him. Gill goes down. Bull with an opportunity. Tries chipping that one up and off the goalie, but a shot from Warmouth goes off the pad of Rosick. Going back the other way now, Tallman, as Ryan's able to pick that one up in the center of the ice and turn things the other way. Ryan now entering the zone, pushing it down in. Grimshaw and Tallman going at it with each other, battling. And Simon's trying to get a shot off, but he gets wrapped up pretty quickly. Another opportunity for Grimshaw back behind the net. He goes down. Puck pops out in front of the net, but it goes out to Barrett. Barrett now trying to bring it across the center of the ice before he loses it. Grimshaw in the neutral zone. Chips it up, and Simons was just a tad bit offsides. And great opportunity for the Lakers, though.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity for the Lakers. Simon, just a little bit of a mistake there. You got to know where you are, not trying to get that offsides call, but, just getting into this second period, a little back and forth, not really much action going on so far. Concordia holding their end of the bargain so far and on defense, and the Lakers have just been pretty much stalling so far.
As a pass up to Calabufo breaks the zone. He'll dump it down in and wrap it around the board. Sleeth now doing the same thing the other way. Concordia wrapping it up. Baker comes down, plays the body on that one, keeps the puck in play. And a light shot on net, routine save for Rosick. If we take a look at the last 4 games for both teams, though, Brooks, the Lakers, their last outing, a 3-2 win over the number 4 ranked Utica Pioneers. A loss to Cortland, who lost earlier today, 5-2. A win against number 1 ranked Plattsburgh, 5-3, and a 6-0 win over Potsdam. But on the other end of things, Concordia lost to Gustavus Adolphus 2 times in a row, 2-0 and 4-1. And then they lost to number 3 Adrian 6-2 and 8-0 as they score another one right there. Number 20, Dane Sardelli pokes that one in behind Shell, and now it's a 6-4 game, and the Falcons are starting to fly away with this one.
Yeah, Dane Sardelli, as we look at the replay right there, and just an open look, unable to really defend that one right there. Dane Sardelli getting in space, and it seemed that Travis Baker fell down there, not able to get his footing, and Concordia now up 6-4. We saw in the second period, Lakers got up 4-2 to score. They gave it up. Now Concordia, they're up 6-4. We'll see what happens here with this game, if Concordia is going to stay resilient or they're going to fall into that trap that has happened being up 2 scores.
They do say the most dangerous lead in a game of hockey is the 2-goal lead, so we will see if that testament stays true. As Bala drops back to grab this one. Picked up by Warmouth after the tie-up. Warmouth sends it over to Sleeth. Sleeth cutting across the neutral zone to Calabufo. Back down to Sleeth. He's going to chop at that one, trying to keep it going. Calabufo blows an edge. And now coming the other way is Newcomer, and they were just off sides on that play there. So face-off will come back to the neutral zone. But what a play that was on the Concordia goal that we were just talking about. The drop pass to set up the backdoor look, I mean, that's textbook. That's just textbook hockey right there.
Yeah, textbook hockey. You can't really get better than that, Kyle. Dane Sardelli able to get that goal for Concordia and really put his team at an advantage. I mean, we see the shots, 40-17, and Concordia, they're making more of an opportunity, getting more in space with their shots and doing a better shot selection than the Lakers.
As Francis pickpockets that one. Coming down now is Simons. Simons trying to take something with this, and Ryan's getting a shot off, looking for Grimshaw on the rebound, but he was a little too far out. Barrett trying to spin move his way away from pressure there. Clears the zone, but the Lakers jump it back down in. Flack now on the forecheck as he lifts the stick a few times. Francis kicks that one back down in before they try the same thing, airing it all the way down. And that one's going to go for an icing. Couldn't get off the bench quick enough to get a hold of the puck on that one. That was Tenezaka.
Yeah, Kyle, you mentioned before that, let's go back to that conversation about the last 4 games. Oswego, 3-1 in their last 4 games. The Concordia Falcons, they're 0-4, but they played some tough teams, including number 3 Adrian. So they lost 8-0 and 6-2. So they're used to playing these nationally ranked teams. And, maybe they got something out of that game and was saying, okay, well, we got beaten up pretty bad. We don't want that to happen again. And maybe they're changing their game plan and rising up to the competition. And we're seeing it so far with a 6-4 lead in the third period.
And with 15:25 left to go in the third period, Lakers trying to get some momentum going their way as Bowles throws that one in front of the net, looking for McQuaid. Picked up by Tenezaka. Tenezaka's going to dump that one down in. as the Lakers break out and come the other way. Baker now. Baker dumps it off to McQuaid. McQuaid looks backdoor for Bull. Bouncing pass, bounces over the stick. Shot there, goes off the mask of somebody, but Flack with a diving effort to keep the puck in. But the refs say it did clear the zone. Coming back the other way, Koepke now. Koepke's going to get stopped by McQuaid before the red line. And now Bridges skates it. Bridges taking it out wide. Trying to drop pass it off and diving to keep the play alive. Oswego able to get it out of their own zone. Rocco battling for it before it's thrown back into him. Off the chest of Bull. Semrad with it now. Semrad's going to skate it in himself. Semrad tries to roof one, but that goes straight into the glove of Rosick.
And the confidence of the goaltender in net for Concordia, Rosick, has skyrocketed since those 2 goals in the second period. I mean, it's like he has been able to play on fire so far, and now coming into this third period, pitching a shutout so far with 14 minutes left to play.
And Grimshaw fighting back behind the net. Ryan with a chance now. Grimshaw picks it up. No chance to get a shot off, so he takes it back outside to reevaluate and try to make something happen. Coming the other way now is Stardelli. He gets it up to Klugerman. Klugerman's going to dump that into the far side. Passed up the boards. No icing. It was their own player. And Ryan now has it. Ryan's able to keep it on sides. He avoids a big hit and is able to bring the puck down into the zone. As he's getting held, and he gets hit by a player, but no call there on the interference. Coming down the other way now, Kroyman tries throwing something on net, but wraps it around the boards instead. Francis getting on his wheels, taking it across the red line himself, gets it over to Bull. Bull drops it to Gatto. Gatto with a shot. That goes straight into the pads of Bergeron. Hazelton now brings it across. Hazelton trying to take a shot, and that'll be blocked by a Laker. That's Ben Addison, who also got tripped up. And an interference call on number 6, Sawyer Wersing. As we take a look at the replay.
Yeah, we take a look at the replay, Kyle, and you see Concordia, Oswego and Concordia really playing with a lot of physicality, but you saw on those kind of like 2 penalties, one that wasn't called by the refs right there on Arcan, and then they called it on Addison. So Concordia kind of getting away with a little bit of pushing and shoving, a little bit of aggressive nature, but then they got caught that last time.
And Lakers on the power play. Flack with a shot. That one gets blocked and goes wide. Bergeron with it in the corner now. He gets taken down by a Laker. He's on top of the puck. Still battling for it now. Tallman has it pinned against the boards, and Bull is shoving his stick into his skates, trying to get anything loose. And the puck pops out to Bull's stick. Bull has it, throws it to Gatto. Gatto up to the point, over to Baker. Baker looking to Gatto, up to Flack. Baker to McQuaid. McQuaid with a shot. That goes into the shin pads. Reutman on the block. Flack down low. Baker with the one-timer up top. That's waffle boarded away. And Humphreys is able to dump that one down, and hopping on his horse is Tallman trying to beat it out. And a bad pass from Shell. And that is a horrible decision. And Tallman gets another goal now on one of the worst hockey IQ plays I think I have ever seen.
Yeah, that was unbelievable, Kyle. Shell really just not really knowing where he is right there. I mean, you saw that he slammed his stick right there. We'll see the replay. He throws it into Concordia, right into the breadbasket of number 21, Tallman. And you could see the frustration on Shell. He threw his stick down. He knew he messed up there. And that's a big, big mistake by the Lakers. Now down 3. And it seems like Concordia might be pulling away with this one if Lakers can't make a comeback.
And the Lakers just look mentally checked out of this game after that one right there. I mean, that's just unacceptable. I don't care what level of hockey you play. I don't care how long you've been in net or whatever. The rule number one is you do not throw the puck in front of your own net, and there was clearly a guy tailing there. And now the Lakers find it even harder to climb up the rest of this hill with 11 minutes left, now down 3. As Barrett's coming up across the blue line, and he takes a hit. He gets put down by Dittmer. Sleeth now trying to take it, and Sleeth battling with Humphreys in the center of the ice. Sleeth is able to take it, uses his size to get a bit of an advantage. Dropped back to Semrad at the point. Semrad tries skating it in himself, loses it. Sleeth picks it up. Sleeth with a shot. That one wraps all the way around the boards. Full strength. Concordia returns to 5-on-5. That one's wrapped along the glass by Kroyman, but it's kept in by the Lakers, and a hand pass is going to be called on Concordia, so face-off will come back down into Concordia's zone. Well, the Lakers, they have 11 minutes to make up 3 goals on some that are unexplainable other than by saying just bonehead plays.
Yeah, bonehead plays, and also giving up 2 goals when you do have a power play. Giving up 2 goals when you have the advantage on your side of the ice. Like, that is just, like, inexcusable. That is very bonehead, and that is very just inexcusable for the Lakers, and it's costing them right now, down 3.
As Warmoth gets it to Bala. Bala with a shot, that's gloved away. Rosick pushes it to the corner. Grimshaw now trying to push something in front. Ryan with a shot opportunity, and on his knees he gets that one in.
And an athletic goal by the Lakers right there. A.J. Ryan with his 2nd goal of the game. That was athletic. That was very athletic for A.J. Ryan. We see this replay right close up. He just goes down with a miracle shot, and he gets it right past Rosick, who has been playing an impressive game, as we've said. And the Lakers, they needed that goal to get back in this game. Now down 2 with less than 11 minutes left to play.
2nd goal on the year, 2nd goal on the game for A.J. Ryan, scoring that one essentially in a horizontal plane, still in the air, looking like Superman when he's shooting that one. Able to get it past the netminder after getting tripped up. You know, and as Chris Collinsworth would say, that looked a little bit Mahomey.
I was just about to say that, Kyle. You beat me to the punch on that one. It did look like Patrick Mahomes when he threw that side pass in the Super Bowl. But, you know, if you're the Lakers, you're hoping that that game doesn't end like the Super Bowl did in a loss. And now you're down 2. And Oswego right back in this game, but 10:30 left to play. You got to keep Concordia on on their toes. You can't let them get any sort of momentum. Can't let them score on the bonehead plays that we've mentioned before.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Chiefs won that Super Bowl. Your Eagles bias is showing through a little bit on this call.
I don't think they did. I think they lost to the Bucks. But anyway.
As Bull picks this one up back behind the net, he does a tight turn, gets away from the pressure. Full ice pass, finds Gatto coming down the far side wing. Gatto to Bull. Bull now, and a chance for Flack, and he hits the post. They had all the net in the world and just missed the shot. Flack with another shot. That one goes sky high over into the glass. Baker chips that one down low. The Lakers now showing some urgency, trying to keep things going here, as that one's going to go all the way down the ice, and that will be an icing call.
A little bit of excitement for the Lakers now. Able to get a goal on Rosick, and now as we look at the replay, a little bit more pressure here. Just unable to get it past. Rosick went wide, but the Lakers looking much better now after that mistake that they made early in this period.
And the Lakers had a few opportunities like that where they definitely had Rosick hung out to dry. They just missed the easy shot. And that's cost them a few goals, and now they're down by 2 goals with 9:32 left to go. 7-5 Concordia leads the Lakers. 2 high-scoring affairs here in the Deb today. Both games, bit of barn burners, over 8 goals in both. As Francis picks this one up at the red line and wraps it around the back of the boards. Simons with a huge hit. He drops the boomstick on Reutemann. But coming down the other way now is Tenizaka. Picked up by Rocco. Rocco chips that one up. Simons chips it to Grimshaw. Grimshaw now taking it down wide. Looking for Simons, but he was covered up the middle. Bala now with it. He's going to wrap it around the boards. Grimshaw goes down the other side to collect that one. Gets past him, but Ryan's able to chip it up. But it's poked forward and pushed down by Pizzamenti. Caught by Ryan. Ryan trying to bring that one out. And now Klugman. Klugerman had a chance there. Put it into the pads of Shell. And an opportunity again for Klugerman. And that one's shut down by Shell right in front of the net. But Alex Achitwa. Sorry, can't speak again. Achitwa. Great pass there, seeing the opportunity as we see the hit right there down low by Simons. Huge hit, but what a pass from Achitwa to get it right down in front for Klugerman, who had a good 2-shot opportunities before Shell was able to freeze the puck.
Yeah, a lot of missed opportunities now for both teams, as we've seen in these last 2 possessions. You know, not able to get those second chance opportunities now for the Falcons, and we'll see if the Lakers can take advantage.
And Bull with a shot. That one goes off the glove of Rosick, but goes wide after. In a battle in the corner, puck is blown dead, and they're going to call a holding. We'll see on who. Based on the reactions of players, I'm going to assume it's a penalty on Concordia, and it is. So
we look at this replay here. Both of these teams really getting very physical with each other. It seemed like, I think that was Semrad there who was a little shaken up on that play, and now Lakers and the power play. But we've seen before, they haven't been able to shut the door on this. They've been able to kind of give it up. We'll see if they can do it here.
And an opportunity there. Bull tries to do a little bit of a wraparound and tuck it right in front, sitting right at post side. McQuaid now takes it up to the top of the circle, looking down for Bull. Bull looking to hit McQuaid again, but couldn't connect. Baker flies out, able to pick up the puck at the blue line. Baker toes the line, brings it down in a little bit further, hits McQuaid wide open in the slot, and he takes that one off the shoulder of Rosick. Flack back up at the point. He'll grab that one. Baker and Flack playing catch. Over to McQuaid again. McQuaid down low to Bull, looking backdoor for Flack. Couldn't connect. Stick got in the way from Reutemann. Baker to McQuaid. McQuaid starts going east-west. Now he's going down a little further. Taking it back behind the net, trying to find somewhere to move the puck. Moves it up to Flack. Flack up to Baker. Back to Flack. Flack with a shot. That one gets deflected and off the pads. McQuaid pinches down, able to keep possession of the puck. Now Baker at the point with it. He shoots that one straight into the pads of Humphreys. Flack, top of the circle. Takes it down to the hash marks. Tries to move it in the slot to Gatto before it's deflected into the corner by Klugerman. And the puck being pinned against the boards. Nobody moving it so far. It's still pinned before it's brought out by Bull. Bull bringing it up to the top of the circle, trying to see if he can get a shot off somehow. Can't do that, so he moves it down to Flack. Flack takes a hit from Koepke down in the corner, but McQuaid's joining in on it, shoving Reutemann into the boards as it's pinned along the boards. Once again, 6 seconds left on the power play. McQuaid with it now. He has it at the top of the circle. Down low, Rocco giving it to Bull, and an opportunity in front. McQuaid, Sleet, they're pushing it. And the puck's in the net, but we'll see what the refs call as we wait on a ref's call, and no goal is the call.
Wow.
The Laker fans are not happy with that one at all whatsoever. A lot of pushing in front of the net. The puck was loose as we have pushing and shoving going on right now in front of it. Looks like Baker's going at it with a Concordia player as they're both going to go to their benches. Looked like Klugerman and Baker were going at each other after the play there. A lot of chaos in front of the net as we take a look at that replay. Rocco gets it down to Bull. Bull gets it inside for Sleeth. Sleeth gets a nice shot, and then they're kind of just poking at it, and it goes in the net, but the refs, whether it was for an interference or they lost sight of the puck first, they call no goal regardless.
Yeah, a lot of chaos on that last possession for Oswego. They were taking up the whole 2 minutes on that last possession and unable to get that to go. And, you know, a little bit of controversial with that call right there from the refs. And you remember the last time with Shane Bull, he wasn't able to get that goal to go. So two of them, as we see some arguing from the Lakers players, and rightfully so, they're not able to catch a break. 2 bad breaks for the Lakers so far in this game.
And the refs just talked to the goal judge, and the goal judge must have confirmed the no goal call because we do have a face-off in the zone. But like you mentioned, Lakers not happy about that, but will they use that anger to just get another one in? That's now 2 goals called off this game for the Lakers.
Yeah, 2 goals called off, and I mean, we saw that before when Shane Bull wasn't able to get that. He was able to get his get back, able to get his goal, and able to really make Oswego go for a run. So let's see if they can play angry and see if they can get one in the back of the net.
Grimshaw down low. Grimshaw with a shot there, shoots it a bit wide of the net. Back to Warmouth. Warmouth passing it down to Ryan. Ryan with 2 goals on the day. An opportunity in front there, and getting taken down is Simons. We have a delayed penalty in front of the net. Tenezaka was above Simons, who was found on the ground. So we'll see what happens here, and it looks like they are going to take Tenezaka. We'll await what the penalty call is here from the official. A cross check in front of the net that took down Simons, as he had an opportunity on the rebound right in front of the net. But now the Lakers, 2-minute power play. Power play's kind of been their enemy this game. They gave up 2 goals on the power play so far, but this is the best chance that they have to put one in the back of the net while they have 5:34 remaining in the game. McQuaid now at the high slot to Baker. Baker whiffs on that one. Cross ice, gets it to Flack. Flack in front, the tip from Gatto. Baker at the point. He's going to walk the line. Gets it down to Flack. Flack with a shot. That one gets blocked by Bergeron. Bergeron lifts that one, but it goes into the netting, so a face-off will be on the far side circle.
Yeah, the Lakers, as you mentioned, Kyle, this is their best opportunity as we see a replay of this offense possession. You know, it seems like Rosick now, he's kind of like going back and forth. He's kind of doesn't really know where to go. And if you're the Lakers, you got to take advantage of that. You got to take advantage when the goaltender has pressure.
Rosick faced 50 shots so far throughout the game as Baker has it at the point. Gets it over to McQuaid, down to Bull. Bull had to bat that one out of the air. Got tipped up about waist high. Flack trying to get that one, but that goes off his stick, and they'll clear it all the way down as Baker is going down, being chased by Klugerman. Baker drops it back down to McQuaid. They'll start the breakout. Back to Baker. Baker stretches the ice a bit more to Flack, but that one bounces off his stick, but it goes right back to him. Lakers have to get back on sides before entering the zone now. Bull to Baker. Baker to Bull. Back to Baker. They enter the zone now with a chance and a tip from Bull, but that one goes straight off the pillows of Rosick. Bull chips that one down low to Sleeth. Sleeth in the corner, getting held by Klugerman. No call on that. And a flying stick goes right in an official's head. And then the puck goes all the way down. Concordia Klugerman not happy about that, although he was holding him, so no call to either party. Semrad just whiffs on the puck there. Can't get possession of it, but Rocco picks it up now. Rocco coming down. He'll take it out wide. He takes a hit from Kepke, but he keeps going. Barrett now. Barrett with a shot backdoor looking for Sleeth as Concordia returns to even strength. Puck tied up down in the corner. Oswego has possession of it. They're going to wrap it around the boards. Calabufo gets taken down by a player in Pizzamenti. Semrad couldn't keep that one in, but he's able to at least chip it down in and stop the rush. Picked up by Reutman. Reutman looking down the ice, trying to connect with Pizzamenti. Ryan up to Grimshaw. Grimshaw to Ryan. That one's lost in his skates, trying to get something going with it. He'll just wrap it around the boards, but no one's there on the other side. And this one's going to be iced all the way down by Concordia, and the Lakers will get an icing call.
Yeah, and Kyle, we're seeing a lot of pucks getting lost in the skates for the Lakers. We're seeing more of, not really knowing where the puck is, and that's just a sign of a team that just isn't really playing at their best right now. I know, Concordia is coming out here. They're coming out here with a lot of, momentum, a lot of just fire. And they've come out here in hostile territory. And if Oswego can't clean it up in this last one, they're going to go into the championship game. And Oswego, in their home arena, have a chance at playing at a consolation game.
As the Lakers call a timeout there, the current advancer to the championship game tomorrow is Stevenson University, as they took down the Cortland Red Dragons earlier today at 4 o'clock. The Red Dragons were here about 3-4 weeks ago, where they took a 5-2 win over the Lakers on Teddy Bear Toss night here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. But the Lakers, like you mentioned, 2 minutes, 54 seconds, and they're still trailing by 2. Their shot differential, they have 29 more shots than Concordia does. What do they got to do to get in the back of the net, Brooks?
I mean, they got to really just play as a team. I know that's so basic, and that's such a basic answer, but you got to play as a team. You got to have that communication. You got to hit on those second chance opportunities. That's been their Achilles heel this whole game, not hitting on those second chance opportunities. And then when you have the opportunities of power plays and you have those opportunities to be a man up, you let the team that is a man down get a goal into net. So, I mean, you really have to look yourself in the mirror and just be like, hey, we got to get our communication down pat, and we got to do something to really get back into this game and really just kind of get the puck on the stick. I know it's very basic, just getting the puck on the stick.
And a risky move for the Lakers with 2:54 left in the game. They have pulled Cal Shell to get the 6-man on the ice. Bit early, but when in desperate times, you pull out desperate measure as Bull gets taken down. No call there. But he goes crashing in the boards, but hops right back up. Baker now with the puck down low. Get to the Bull. Gatto in front. That one goes into his skates. Now coming the other way is Concordia. Flack, though, takes the body, knocks down Tallman, and the Lakers are able to get the puck back. But this one is launched from the red line, and Kirchhoff puts that one in the net from center ice. And that will about seal things here. 8-5 now, the Falcons lead the Lakers.
Yeah,
8-5 was the Lakers' record coming into this game.
Exactly, it was. And Korchov, just pretty easy when you have an empty net, really putting the pressure on this Lakers team, trying to keep it out of their zone. And from the red line, that's the easiest goal you're going to get out of Korchov's career.
And a risky move that does not turn out favorable for the Lakers. A bit questionable, but I see the thought in it, as down in the corner now, a battle is ensuing between Kepke and Sleeth. Sleeth now lifting the stick of Kepke. Kepke's able to escape it, and he'll get the red line and send this one down in. That goes on net to Shell. Takes a weird bounce. It bounces into Shell, so he'll have to freeze the puck. 2:01 left to go in the game. Lakers now trail by 3. And the shot differential, you would think this would be a different scoring game, but the Lakers on 23 shots have allowed 8 goals.
Yeah, it's staggering, Kyle. It is staggering. I mean, 23 shots and eight goals for Concordia, and then you have 50 shots and you only have 5 in the back of the net. It's really unacceptable and something that Coach Gosick has to really tell their team and really improve on.
Concordia scoring on a little over 33% of the shots they take so far in this game. So Rocco gets it going the other way. He's able to chip it around and get it off the stick of Reutman before it's picked up down low by Tallman. Chipped up the board. Semrad's going to pinch in and grab that one, and he'll chip it over to Rocco. Rocco chips back down into the zone for Warmouth. Tipped by Arcan down in the zone. Attacking is Ryan. Ryan battling with Kroyman. Arcan going to join in on it as Bergeron joins in on it as well. 3 Falcons, 2 Lakers. At this point in the game, if you want to come back, the Lakers have to jump up more players on that instead of playing conservative. As a break here for Klugerman, and he gets taken down on the way there. And Baker's going to get in a fight. Baker's got Sardelli in a headlock. He was throwing it down. And in the other corner, they're pushing and shoving. Barrett and Tallman are going at it with one another. They're throwing hands at each other. And down in the other, behind the net, Baker just threw a punch at Sardelli. And Baker's going back at Sardelli. They're still yapping at each other. As another push from Sardelli. And Sardelli's going to the box.
Yeah, and Kyle, this was bound to happen between both of these teams. We mentioned before, this is their first time meeting, and I mean, this has been such a very physical, very tempers flared game, and it has really showed with Baker and Concordia really getting into it with each other.
Sardelli and Ochitwa in the box for the Falcons. Baker in the box for the Lakers. Only 49 seconds left to go, and it almost turned into Royal Rumble out on the ice.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, for the Lakers, this is not what you want to see. Obviously, you're down on the scoreboard. You're down 8-5. You're not going to be able to win this game. But you don't want this to be – you don't want to end this game with stupid mistakes. You don't want to end those with stupid mistakes. And it's hard for the Lakers right now. They're very frustrated. They know that they have missed on second chance opportunities. They know they've made mistakes, and they know they've had Concordia, a team that on paper shouldn't have really been in this game, but you can't be making these mistakes. You can't be, going into this next game with all this temper flare and get all out of rhythm.
And the Lakers letting their frustrations get the better of them at the end of that play right there. Some frustrations going back and forth. The Lakers down 3 goals in their opening game of their home tournament. Not what they were hoping to have their outcome here be. And you can see that in their style of play. They're being a lot chippier. They're going for the body more than they're going for the puck. They're not necessarily trying to make plays on the puck. They're just trying to blow up a guy.
Yeah, and we've seen this for a bunch of opponents this year. I mean, we saw with Hobart and Utica, it was a different story. They were playing up to their competition. But with teams like St. John's and the other Utica tournament, not really playing down, not playing up to the competition, really playing down to the competition, and it hasn't helped them.
And Barrett with a 2-minute penalty. But Ryan now on a break. Ryan has a breakaway, and Ryan takes a shot there, and a weird bounces wide of the net. Rocco tries bringing that one back, but coming down the other way is Concordia now. Reutman with it. Reutman's going to drop it up for Klugerman. Klugerman with a shot, and that one's going to be paddled away by Shell. Ryan with it now. Ryan's just going to ice it all the way down the ice. Rocco's going to get a line change. 10 seconds left in the game here in Oswego, as MacArthur's just going to carry this one out for the last 5 seconds of play. No sense in the Lakers attacking and getting in any penalty trouble. As the Concordia University Wisconsin Falcons come all the way from the Midwest to upstate New York, and against all odds, pull off the upset, beating the home tournament team in their own opening game.
Yeah, an upset from the Concordia Falcons today, and it was an overall great game for the Falcons. I mean, they're congratulating their goaltender, Gabe Rosick. Have yourself a game. You gave up 5 goals, but you were able to come up clutch in those opportunities when there's second chance opportunities, not really letting anything in. And if you're the Lakers, this is a very disappointing loss. You're going in here, you're on your home ice, and you take a loss in the first game of the tournament. But now you go and face against Cortland in the consolation game, and that can kind of be something where a little bit of silver lining, because you get to face a SUNYAC opponent. It won't count for SUNYAC standings, but it's also something where you can go in there and maybe get a little bit of revenge after taking that loss in the teddy bear toss.
Yeah, Lakers are going to have to defend their rink against Cortland tomorrow, and for the first time since I've been here, Alex, the championship game for the winter tournament is going to be between 2 out-of-state teams, Stevenson in Maryland and Concordia in Wisconsin. But it wasn't all bad for the Lakers. A.J. Ryan got his first 2 goals on the season in the game tonight. They played extremely well, or he played extremely well. There were some big gaps in the Lakers. Obviously, defensively, they struggled, especially without having Ryan Dickinson out there on the ice, one of their key defenders, and really one of the staples of that Oswego defense. Not having him proved to be a struggle. But Concordia, against all odds, come in and they take the 8-5 victory over Oswego State as they have a little prayer at center ice together. Enjoying the win, and in dominant fashion as well. Their highest scoring game all season long. Gave up 5 goals, but it doesn't matter if you give up 5 goals when you score 8.
Yeah. It's whoever scores the most is going to be the one who takes away the victory. And we've just seen with this, we've seen Concordia, they've lost 5 straight. They had something to play for today. They were really wanting a win. And it seems like they obviously wanted it more, coming into hostile territory, pulling off the upset, coming from the Midwest, and taking that 8-5 win. But, you know, the Lakers, they play a game tomorrow. You can't hang your head too much, because you know you have a chance to split this tournament. You want to make sure that you at least take one game, and especially against SUNYAC opponent, where you can kind of make a little bit of noise and get a little bit of revenge against Cortland. But tonight, Concordia beat Oswego 8-5, and they're the ones who are going home happy on this New Year's Eve.
And seemingly, just like last year, the Lakers, middle of the season, they have a bit of a slump. They started off the season hot, then they went to Elmira, got beat up pretty hard, had a few game run where they played pretty decent, and then they slumped down again. Now 8-6 on the year, not the season they were looking for. But like you mentioned, they play a SUNYAC opponent tomorrow. They have to go and win that game against Cortland tomorrow. Their chances for a national tournament run are essentially done unless they can win the SUNYAC. So now you have to put all your marbles on the table, go all in on beating SUNYAC opponents. But that's all the time we got here in the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. I'm Kyle Spizak for Alex Brooks and for Director Jacob Bradley. Have a great night, everybody, and tune in tomorrow for our coverage of the tournament games at 1 and 4 p.m. here on WTOP 10. Have a great night, everybody, and Happy New Year's.